Hey friends! I have something new and exciting that I'm really looking forward to sharing with y'all. This is the brand new tarot deck by Candle in the Cave, and I am going to open it right here, right now. I've been waiting for this for a while. I pre-ordered it actually back in September for my birthday, and it finally came. It is Halloween weekend here in Asheville. We just had a full moon last night, so this seems like the perfect time to open it. For those of y'all that don't know me, hey, I'm Maggie Rainwater. I own my own business, Rainwater Poster Co. I do design and promotion for artists and events in the roots music community. And on this channel, I also share all the behind the scenes and fun other things in my life, including travel, thrifting, live music, and more. I am here in Asheville, North Carolina, and that is actually where this tarot deck is from as well. So the person behind this deck, Caitlin, she actually is a local musician here in Asheville, which I think was super cool. So I am excited to support. So please hit the like button. Please subscribe to my channel and help me grow. I appreciate it so much. And let's get into the video. Since we are doing tarot, I'm gonna light my Palo Santo candle. Vibes, you know, they're important. And as we get started with the unboxing, I thought I would talk a little bit just about my relationship with tarot. It kind of comes and goes. I honestly have not pulled cards in a while. I have 3 or 4 card decks that I really like, but I just go through cycles with it. But what I love tarot just for connecting with my intuition. There's so much that you can say about tarot, and I am by far not an expert. I am just someone who enjoys it. I like to pull a card or do a spread in connection with the seasons like the full moon and the equinox. And just anytime I want to like check in with myself, I enjoy pulling a card or doing a spread. I don't use it like for guidance. I don't think it can predict the future, but I think it is a tool that I enjoy using along with some other things like meditation and journaling, just to connect with myself. And it's also just fun. And one of the reasons I was really excited about this deck is because the artwork is just really cozy and perfect for fall, in my opinion. So let's get into it. Here's a little preview. This card is here at the top of the box. The artwork is by Annette Pierso. I hope I'm gonna say that right. She is based in the UK. She does beautiful artwork, and she partnered with Caitlin to create this deck. So this little card was here on the top, little postcard. It says, do not worry about your contradictions. Persephone is both floral maiden and queen of death. You two can be both. And that quote is by Nicole McElhaney. And let's take a peek at the deck. Okay, here we go. This is a beautiful box. On the back it says, Candle in the Cave Tarot is an updated and diversified intuitive tarot deck, honoring the archetypal imagery of the original Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This tarot deck celebrates themes of historical folklore, forest magic, and the wonder that can still be found within all of us. Sounds like fall, right? Definitely not to break anything. I just want to like get into the plastic. Here we go. And the box feels like very sturdy. Okay. So here is the inside. It kind of opens like a book. Again, the artwork, just like plants and leaves and such, makes me think of the harvest season. And right at the top, we have a guidebook, and this is like a serious guidebook. So I have a few different tarot decks. The first one that I got was like an older style deck, and it came with just like a very simple paper guidebook. This is like the biggest guidebook of any of the decks that I have. And on the back it says, the answers you wish to seek are already within you. I love that. That's pretty much how I like to approach tarot. Like I said, I'm not like asking the deck for an answer. I'm kind of just using tarot as an opportunity to go within myself and seek clarity on different things, or confirmation, things like that. I also, related to that, I also don't think of the tarot in a positive and negative light. So there are some cards like the Death card that have a negative connotation. I actually love the Death card because not only is it like a beautiful card in the deck, a lot of times it has beautiful imagery. To me, it symbolizes a rebirth, and in order to be reborn, there's something that has to die, but it doesn't have to be like a bad thing, you know. It's all about how you perceive it. So if you pull the Death card, it doesn't mean you're gonna die or something is gonna die. It just means you might have an opportunity to look at a situation in a different way. And the same thing with cards that you can pull upside down or right side up. If I pull like an upside down card, I don't think like, oh, this is like a negative meaning. It's just an opportunity to look at things differently. So this is just a really beautiful box. I love it. But let's set this aside for now. And then the deck itself is within another box here. So this is just packed really well. Like it came over from out of the country, and it like, there were no issues with the shipping. It came through very, very sturdy and protected, and I appreciate that. I love that new card smell. Wow, these are beautiful. These are beautiful. I'm not gonna hold up like every single card for you guys, but we can do the major arcana. So, Okay, these are beautiful. So I gotta mix these all up. It's always one of the fun parts about having a new deck, getting them all mixed up. And I know everybody does it differently. Once again, I'm 100% not an expert, and I'm always nervous with new cards, like not wanting to bend them or mess them up. These are not the sturdiest cards that I own, but they definitely feel perfectly sturdy, not insanely so. So I'm just gonna shuffle them, and then we'll kind of turn some of them upside down and shuffle them again, and we'll go from there. So then when we get into the minor arcana, every card is different, which I like, I prefer, but I know some decks, they will do like one artwork for the whole set. And so it would be a lot for me to hold up every single card for you guys. So let's see. I'm gonna separate these out. So here's the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. So I'm just gonna shuffle these all up. Maybe we'll put this on time lapse kind of while I'm shuffling. And then we'll just do a little past, present, future reading. And we'll pull some cards and take a look at the guidebook. Okay guys, we are all shuffled. I already have some cards jumping out at me, which is always a good sign. So everybody pulls cards differently. I'm sure like the actual tarot readers do it different. What I usually do is I just shuffle my deck, and either I will stop when I feel called to stop at a particular card, or if a card jumps out at me, that's usually the card that I will pick. All right, so let's get into the guidebook and let's do a quick little card pull. So I'm just gonna do like a past, present, and future, and one card that relates to each. So for starters, a card that relates to the past, and this one kind of jumped out, so we'll take that. Then we're gonna be looking for a card that relates to the present. And lastly, a card that relates to the future. So we will put these out of the way, and let's see what we got. So for the past, I have the Magician. Showed you guys this one earlier. For the present, we have the World, for the future, we have the High Priestess. So that probably means I need to shuffle my deck more because these are all major arcana, but we're gonna go with it for the purpose of doing the first reading with this deck. And in my limited experience with tarot, one of the things that I have learned is if you pull primarily major arcana, one of the things that I've learned is if you pull primarily major arcana cards, that it can symbolize that you're in a period of major change, versus if you're pulling primarily minor arcana cards, that can symbolize that the challenges that you're facing are smaller or more minor. So for me, it's the end of the year. I'm really thinking about like setting my business up for success in the new year. I actually just today heard something exciting about my 2024 calendar. I'm thinking a lot about like the bigger picture things, so it makes sense to be pulling the bigger picture cards at this time. So let's check out the guidebook and see what it has to say. Okay, so we are not going to read this entire thing. We have a little welcome section. We have a how to use this deck. We have a section about numerology. And we have a section about different colors. Section about the major arcana and the minor arcana and kind of what they might mean. We have some tarot spreads here. These are some good ones too. And then there's information about each particular card. Okay, so for the past, we got the Magician, which is the second card in the major arcana. So keywords for the Magician are activation, manifestation, connection to the spirit realm, cultivation, magic, and the space where desire meets action. So there are upright and reversed meanings for each card. There are reversed keywords as well. So again, I like to look at upright and reversed, and I like to think about both of them in a positive way. You know, they just mean different things. The reversed keywords are selfishness, manipulation, ill intent, and untapped potential. All right, so I'm just gonna read the upright meaning. For each card, there are also crystals, herbs and flowers, and a journal prompt that relates to each card. So see, I like that. I usually will do tarot in conjunction with journaling. I will kind of write down the cards that I pull and how I think they relate to my life, some of the meanings that resonate with me. So it's very cool that there's a journal prompt for each card. So the upright meaning for the Magician is the Magician is the first stop along the Fool's journey. This card represents understanding and activating magic through manifestation. It is through mindful and aligned action that the Magician is able to manifest dreams to reality. Using all four elements of the minor arcana as tools, the Magician becomes the conduit and great connector between the material world and the spiritual world. The Magician knows that the universe wants to see dreams come to fruition and is a willing participant in materializing these desires. So that is for the past. Then for the present, we have the World, and that is going to be the last card in the major arcana. So upright keywords for the World are completion, arrival, achievement, full circle, conclusions, objectives achieved, fulfillment, and celebration. And the upright meaning for the World is the World represents the final chapter for the Fool on their journey through the major arcana. If you're lucky, you will experience many seasons throughout your life. So much has happened to lead you to this moment, but what now? Where are you headed next? Life does not end with the World, but instead reverts you back to the Fool for the next chapter of your journey. Depending on where this card falls in a tarot reading, it can represent the need to pause and take inventory of all that you have achieved before moving forward. Then for the future, we have the High Priestess, which I think is back kind of towards the beginning. The High Priestess. Oh, the High Priestess was actually after the Magician. Okay. Upright keywords for the High Priestess are intuition, inner mystery, the hidden self, lunar forces, hidden magic, soul healing, divine understanding, manifestation, connection to the spirit realm, cultivation, magic, the space where desire meets action. And the upright meaning for the High Priestess says, the High Priestess is the all-knowing cosmic queen, perfectly positioned between light and dark. The High Priestess represents the alchemy found in balance. Connected to lunar energy, her feminine approach to shadow work allows for a more gentle exploration, much different from her male counterpart, the Hierophant. The High Priestess is a guide to carry you to your soul's work through deep introspection. She is the keeper of your dreams and visions and holds the great mysteries of the universe within her. All right, so that's my past, present, and future. So with it being towards the end of the year and a full moon, and again, thinking about planning for the upcoming year, I can kind of think of the Magician as representing like the manifestation and the work that I've done over the past year. And the World to me kind of represents the now, like I'm able to kind of look back at the year, look back at what I've accomplished, feel grateful for my accomplishments, but the High Priestess is also kind of taking me back to that space of like, what do I want to manifest for the upcoming year, and what tools do I have within myself to make those goals happen. So this to me is a great first reading and a great place to start, and I'm really excited to explore more with this deck. I might journal with the prompts on the different cards that I pulled. I'm really excited to have that option as I continue to explore. Overall, this is just really well put together, extremely thoughtful, beautiful artwork, beautiful box, and I look forward to using this deck for a long time to come. So once again, the creator of this deck is Caitlin Krisko, and the artwork is by Annette Pearson. It is the Candle in the Cave tarot deck. This is not sponsored, by the way. This is just me sharing something I am excited about in hopes that some of you guys might enjoy it too. I would love to hear more if you use tarot, how you use it for you, if you've enjoyed this video. So please leave a comment and let me know. Please hit the like button. And lastly, please subscribe. It really helps my small but mighty channel grow, and that is a big goal of mine as we head into the new year as well. So thank you, and I hope to see you soon. Okay, bye.